Artificial satellites. These are objects built by humans on Earth, which are then out in space and orbiting the Earth or another planet or the Sun. And the first one built of these artificial satellites was Sputnik 1, or launched one, Sputnik 1 by the USSR on the 4th October 1957. And the United States of America had launched Explorer 1, their first one, on the 31st January 1958. That is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 1, Part 1, Structure of the Universe, written by Ian Whitpath and John R. Shakespeare on the page 49. Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn space science today. Artificial satellites, and after that Astrolab. And after we've done that, we're going to do body center training. And if you participate in the body center training, then is that at your own risk. Artificial satellite. These are man's or human-made object orbiting a planet or the sun. So these are objects which are orbiting around a planet, the Earth, or another planet, or also orbiting around the sun. And they are human-made. The Earth's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, was launched by the USSR on the 4th October 1957. The first US satellite was Explorer 1, launched into orbit around the Earth on January 31st, 1958. Man-made objects have also been launched to become artificial satellites of the Moon, Mars, Venus, and the Sun. Artificial satellites. The definition is that these are by humans built objects, spacecrafts, satellites, whatever these are actually now called. Human-made objects which are orbiting. I think that is the key point. They are not like a rocket, they are orbiting them around a planet or the Sun. The first one was the Sputnik 1, launched by the USSR on the 4th October 1957, and then the United States had launched their first one, Explorer 1st, a year later, 1958, on the 31st January. I'm going to start the second camera and try to save it. Artificial satellites. These are objects built by humans on Earth, which are then out in space and orbiting the Earth or another planet or the Sun. And the first one built of these artificial satellites was Sputnik 1, or launched one, Sputnik 1 by the USSR on the 4th October 1957, and the United States of America had launched Explorer 1, their first one, on the 31st January 1958. That is according to the Reader's Digest Library of Modern Knowledge, Book 1, Part 1, Structure of the Universe, written by Ian Whitpath and John R. Shakespeare on the page 49. I'm going to stop the camera. And we're going to go on with the second part. Astrolab. An early astronomical instrument for measuring the altitude of stars and computing their positions, a simple forerunner of a sextant. Now the altitude, that was how high a star is, let's see it. One of the two main coordinates used to describe the position of an object in the sky. The altitude is the angle of elevation of an object above the horizon. So how high a star is, or how high from Earth was seen. It could be there in the sky or there, then it has a different altitude. And I said here's an altitude of 4, here of 6 or something. And it was used to measure the altitude of stars and compute their positions, a simple forerunner of a sextant. A sextant is something used on ships, I don't know how it works. But it's also, so you have a little thing, you shift it somewhere, I don't know how it works. You shift it somewhere and then you can see, you have it also against the sky, you hold it against the sky, and you can shift a little plate or something to where the stars are, and then you see If you shift the finger a little bit up on that scale, you have it shifted up to a 4 or to a 6 or something. But I don't know how it works. And it consisted of a disc, now we Astrolab, it consisted of a disc marked with degrees. At the center of a disc was pivoted a sighting rod that was pointed at the sky. I don't understand. There are also multiple words which I don't really know. Okay, I don't really understand it. But more or less, Astrolab is an astronomical instrument which was used from already quite some time ago. And it is used to measure basically is the star, how high in the sky is it, on what altitude level. But we're not able to make a presentation for it. But we can remember it. That was the space science part. If you were here for space science, you can go directly to the next part of space science. If you stay here and participate in the next part of space science, we're going to continue with something in space science. If you stay here and participate in the body center training, then it's at your house. We're having the legs standing hip width apart. We're going a bit down into the knees. Flex the legs and press them together. Now straighten one leg. Press together, flex out. Straighten the leg and bend it again. The other one, straighten it. Bend it again. And a bit wider apart, a bit down into the knees. Flex the legs, press them together. Go over to one side, so that the legs straighten. Back into the middle. Press together, flex. Over to the other side, straighten the upper leg. Back into the middle. One leg up, the neck into a right angle, with a flexed foot, even aligned hips, taller to the back. And press on the top against the knee. Have a little bend at the elbow. And press on the side. And press up and to the side. And now press from the side. Close again. Down. The same with the other leg. Leg up and press from the top. And from the inside. And press up and to the side. And press from the outside and up slowly. Close again. And down the leg. And now 3 exercises on the ground. First is side plank with the elbow. Then if you like and can, one leg up. Now one long arm. One arm out, one leg up, and pull the knee to the elbow. And over to the other side. And down to the ground. And then if you like and can, one leg up. And now on the long arm. One arm out, leg up, and pull knee to elbow. And again. One heel onto the ground, pull the toes in, and move the leg from left to right. Other heel onto the ground, pull the toes in, move the leg from left to right. Now, one leg up, pull the leg up, point of the toes down, relax the leg. The other leg. Take the leg at the ankle and tuck the tailbone in. Other leg, take it at the ankle and tuck the tailbone in. And keep with the knee pointing down to the ground. Legs wide apart, breathing down. And breathe out. Again in. Out. Breathe in and close the legs. And breathe again. That was body center training. I thank you very much and until next time.